Would you rather have a devil fruit with an awakening or Haki that's advanced? If it's me, I'm picking Haki. I've said it since the beginning, Haki over devil fruit, and I feel like in a new world, if you don't have Haki, you won't be able to survive. Now, obviously Haki was introduced to be able to counteract devil fruit, so the system isn't completely broken. For example, we have Sugar, who we assume the Hobby no Mi was broken, but more likely than not, if their Haki is stronger, then her devil fruit has no effect. Same with Lost Ope no Mi, or what the community likes to call it, the OP fruit. But as of chapter 1009, it was stated that Law couldn't use certain moves with his devil fruit because of how strong their Haki is. So with recent things happening in the latest chapter of One Piece, I think we finally have enough where we can have a deep dive and talk about Haki. If you guys enjoy regular One Piece content, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that out of the way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's talk about everything we know so far about Haki. There are 3 types of Haki: Kenbunshoku Haki, which is observation, Busoshoku Haki, which is armament, and Haoshoku Haki, which is conquerors. With proper training, all 3 of them have the ability to be advanced as well. Observation Haki is a form of Haki that grants the user a sixth sense that allows them to sense the presence, strength, and emotions of others, as well as gain limited precognitive abilities. The first time Observation Haki was unofficially introduced was in Alabasta, where Zoro used the breath of all things and noticed his katana was under a rock. Katana wa ano ishi no shita ni aru na. Wakaru. It was officially first introduced under the name of Mantra on Skypiea by Sartori, where he used it to fight against Luffy, Sanji, and Usopp. It varies in strength between users and potentially with devil fruits. Enel's range was shown to cover all of Skypiea, where the priest could only keep track of those nearby. The first time it was referred as Haki was during Amazon Lily with Luffy's battle against the Boa sisters. Rayleigh then confirmed that Mantra and Haki were the same thing, and in the Viz, it's called Color of Observation Haki. According to Charlotte Katakuri, Observation Haki works best if the user is in a calm state and works independently from physical senses, where Kienmon's body parts acted independently, relying on Haki for guidance. The basic technique includes presence sensing, where they basically see another person through the aura. Strength sensing allows the user to measure the strength of people finding their powerful aura. Emotion sensing allows the user to sense and empathize with the emotion of others. And lastly, intent sensing, which allows the user to sense another person's intent to act in the immediate future and allows them to somewhat predict what they're going to do. An advanced version is known as Future Sight, which allows the user to see a short period into the future instead of sensing what will happen by intuition. You can see precise mental images of what happens in the immediate future. Future Sight does have limitations because unlike regular Observation Haki, you need to be properly focused in order to use this ability. The future that the user sees can be changed, which could result in an outcome that the user failed to foresee. The best example of this is Katakuri and Sanji's interaction. Now, some people believe that Luffy was able to use this unconsciously when he encountered Mihawk at Marineford, where he was able to avoid the amputation of his arms. The drawbacks of this is when the user loses their concentration, their observation isn't as effective. It also isn't as effective against the unconscious, such as purely random things, or that which is affected by reflexes and is limited in sensing things with no intent at all. And just because you have Observation Haki, someone with tremendous speed can give them trouble. In the Viz translation, it's called Colors of Arms Hardening and is a form of Haki that allows the user to use their own spiritual energy to create an invisible armor around themselves, providing for incredible offense and defense. This form of Haki can also be used to injure devil fruit users that are immune to ordinary physical attacks, such as Logia users. Unofficially, we believe that Zoro cutting Dad's bones and using the breath of all things was him using armament Haki, where the first time we officially see it is when Garp punches Luffy during the Enies Lobby arc. The first time the actual name Haki was used and was shown was when the Kuja pirates had Haki imbued in their arrows. The basic techniques of armament haki are enhancement, where this grants enhancement of power and durability, where it can be used on a single part of the body or the user's entire body. Hardening can harden the body of the user, granting them greater increase of power and endurance that surpasses just enhancement. Paramecia users can use it combined with their Deathfruit abilities, and the best example of this is Luffy's Gear 4th, or Katakuri using his Giri Mochi. And lastly, they can imbue Haki into an object that increases its power and endurance. It's an asset that assists non-Deathfruit users, where we see people like Virgo imbue a bamboo stick, Zoro imbue his swords, etc. The advanced version is called Ryo, where it can be used on different levels. Emission allows the user to project their Haki flow from their body without using a medium, meaning that the user can damage or repel their target without making direct contact with them. According to Hirogoro, you must let the Haki flow rather than forcing it. There's also internal destruction, where Haki flows inside a target and destroys it from the inside out. So whenever two armament Haki users clash, the one with the stronger Haki will more likely than not be victorious. Superior Haki is an absolute defense, however, and can be overcome as long as the other opponent has superior physical strength. And Haki's kind of like stamina, because the more you use it, the faster it'll deplete. Conquerors Hockey is a rare form of Haki that allows the user to exert their own willpower over others. Now, unlike the previous two, this form of Haki cannot be attained through training, and only 1 in several million are born with this ability. Whoever possesses this type of Haki has the qualities of a king. We don't really see many Conquerors Hockey users until the New World, and most of them are top tier characters in terms of strength. In the viz, the names referred to as Color of the Supreme King. The first time we see it was when Shanks scared off a Sea King, and we didn't actually know what it was until Shanks and Whitebeard met and he knocked out most of his crew. And Luffy's first official time using it was shown against Duval's Motobaro, but he did it unknowingly. It has been implied that Haki is based off of lineages. For example, Luffy possesses Conquerors Haki because he's the son of Dragon, Ace because he's the son of Goldie Roger, Katakuri because he's the son of Big Mom, etc. If two users of this kind of Haki clash, then it has a shockwave effect referred as Haoshoku or Supreme King Color Clash, where it knocks out the people in surrounding area with weak wills unconscious. Now, you can't train this type of Haki, but can indeed improve it through strengthening the will of the user. And I find this part a little bit odd, because someone like Luffy who wants to become the Pirate King, and each time he's knocked down, he always comes back up, kind of like a cockroach that doesn't die. So how can you gain even more will than that? The different type of Conqueror's techniques are domination, where it can be used to temporarily dominate the psyche of others, intimidating them to the point where they're frozen with fear. And one example I want to give now is Zoro against Monet. It was debated for a while now whether Zoro did it with Conquerors Haki or not, and now with chapter 1010, Zoro is now confirmed a Conquerors Haki user. So do you guys think that he used Conquerors Haki on her, or was it something else? You can also use it to incapacitate your opponent by releasing their own will in a strong burst. Now, it'll only incapacitate those with weak wills, and those with greater willpower will just feel uncomfortable and stumble if they attempt to move. With extreme mastery of this type of Haki, a user can exert their own will over objects, resulting in objects breaking. For example, Shanks was able to crack wood on Whitebeard's ship, a ship that had been able to sail the New World since the Roger era. Now, according to Treble, Conquerors Haki is proof of an individual who possesses the quality of a king, a candidate chosen by heaven, or usually someone of high stature, and a goal to rule above others. For example, Boa Hancock and Doflamingo, known as the Pirate Empress and the former King of Dressrosa, come from more of the royal background, where Luffy and Zoro are more of the goal to be above others in the world's strongest swordsman and the Pirate King. As of chapter 1010, we assume that advanced version allows you to cover your attacks in Conquerors Hockey, where that's what Zoro's Ashura is. We've seen Kaido use attacks, and Luffy was able to land a few hits on Kaido after learning about this. It's still a bit of a mystery that we'll more likely than not learn more about in the future chapters, probably with Shanks since he's a master in Haki. Unlike the other two forms of Haki, there's no real drawback except that in a sense you have to get lucky if you're born with it, and that once you tame and learn to control it, the only way for it to get stronger is by strengthening your will. And there we have it. That is everything we know about Haki so far. What is your guys' favorite form of Haki? Mine is Observation Haki, specifically Future Sight. I'd love to be able to see into the future. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. They're on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to unleash your potential.